A ball of yarn or two of your choice. For myself, I chose yellow and gray. There are different types and sizes of yarn, such as Lions Brands yarns and Bernat baby blanket yarn, but I recommend Lions brand yarns. Some kind of craft glue, I recommend Mod Podge. Multi-purpose spray adhesive, Elmer's from my experience works the best, and any kind of 1-inch paintbrush, also a scissors. You will also need hot glue sticks and a hot glue gun. On the back of the letter, squeeze a small amount of hot glue, then place the end of the yarn on there. Be careful, it may be hot. Alright, be sure to put the glue on, but have an even coat. It doesn't have to be too thick, just enough for the yarn to stick as you're wrapping. If you have an even coat on, be sure to put the cap back on the Mod Podge so that it doesn't dry out. Begin wrapping the yarn around the letter. It should be fairly tight and fairly close together. When you would like to change the color of yarn, cut the excess yarn off and repeat step 1. Once you have changed the color, add more glue as you need. And begin wrapping it around again. Once you want to switch the color, cut the excess yarn off, hot glue, and put the end of your other color on. You may need to add more glue occasionally into the hot glue gun. Once you're done with the whole letter and it's covered in yarn, take the end of the rest of the yarn you have, put some hot glue on it, and stick it down. Be sure to cut any excess yarn off. And now you're finished. Once you're done with your whole letter, let it sit for about 30 to 60 minutes to dry. As an optional step, after the letter has dried for 30 to 60 minutes, you could spray this multi-spray adhesive on it to keep the letter more put together and have it last long. And once you have sprayed it on there, if you wanted to spray it on there, have it sit for another 30 to 60 minutes for it to completely dry. Be sure when you're done with the Mod Podge to wash off your brush so that it doesn't harden. Be sure not to cut yourself with the scissors when you're cutting the yarn, and be sure to watch what you put the hot glue on, because once you get it on your clothes, it's not coming off.
To unplug your hot glue gun so that it cools down so you don't burn yourself.
Be sure to clean up after yourself once your project is done. There you have it, a perfectly decorated letter for your room that was under $20.
Tutorial done by Kenya Widlow.